I here. This is a reading for the sign of Cancer. We're going to pull two cards from the Slavik's Legend Tarot deck, and that's going to represent the energy that is currently surrounding you. What we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent your general energy. We're then going to pull 9 cards from the Surrealist Tarot deck, and we're going to turn those over little by little to see what story or messages unfold. What we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent the general theme of this reading. And once we get an idea of what messages need to come through, we're going to pull 1 card from the shadow deck to represent what is in your subconscious, and what we see on the bottom of that deck is going to represent what you don't see coming. So let's just see what happens. So we are tuning in today to the energy of the sign of Cancer. So if that is your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, or however else you choose today to identify with the energy of the sign of Cancer, you can use that as a way to interpret the messages that are coming through. And as always, take what resonates, leave what does not. Never try to force anything. If the messages are not really resonating with you, that's okay. You can always check your other placements, or you can just stick around and see what's going on in the world of other Cancers. So let us see what we got today for all of our Cancer viewers out there. Whoever's trying to tap into the energy of Cancer, let's see what messages come through. What things can we meditate upon? What things can we think about? Just what kind of things should we be made aware of? Is there anything we should be maybe getting some warnings about, or things to look forward to? What messages can we get today for the sign of Cancer? Okay, that feels good. So we'll see 1, 2 cards. And your general energy is the Wheel of Fortune. Something new opening up. Taking a spin on that wheel. So some bit of luck, possibly good, possibly bad. Not really clear, just that something new is either rolling into your life or something is expanding. Just some new opportunity here. So, perhaps you are in a place where you're receptive to new opportunities. Or perhaps you're looking for new opportunities. Just, looking to see whatever is going to the universe is ready to hand you. So that's a good open energy to start with. We have the 8 of Coins and the 7 of Wands. So whatever it is that you are open to, you are surrounded by an energy of diligence and great quality of craftsmanship, taking the time to put the real nice details into whatever it is that you are working on. And with the 7 of Wands, you have the confidence to know that you have the high ground in whatever situation you are currently in, that you have the knowledge that you are in the right place, and if you stand by the things that you believe in, then you should be successful. So whatever this opportunity is that you're open to, perhaps you've been sitting down and taking the time to do the work to really open up new opportunities by really practicing whatever crafts or skills you have, and really standing strong in the energy of what you know is right, the things you believe in, the things you know you can accomplish. And when you bring all of this energy to the table, you put yourself in a place where new positive opportunities can just naturally flow into your life. So great start, feeling strong. Really, really nice to see that. So let's see what the story is. Again, this is just a collection of energies, really. There's no real clear signs or details about what is going on here. So let's see what's going on around you. Well, we see what's going on around you. Let's see the story that's unfolding in this situation. So this is the Surrealist Tarot deck. This is my newest deck. I've just had this for a little over a week now, and I've been sort of getting the hang of reading with it. It's a little different from other tarot decks. The vibe of each card is slightly different than what you would normally see on most tarot decks. So I'm hoping that by using this as our 9-card deck, that it might open up a little more fluidity in the messages that are coming through. Mix things up with some new vibes, new energies, new images, and see if any new clear messages can come through as we use these. All right, so let's see what we get. What messages can come through today for the sign of Cancer? What is the story? All right. Okay, cool. And so now the theme of the reading is the Two of Swords. So I think you're ready for new opportunities to come into your life, and you're not necessarily reaching out for them, just preparing yourself for these opportunities. And so with the Two of Swords energy, I don't necessarily see it as you stuck in between a decision of what to do next so much as sitting in a kind of, reflective state of I could do this or I could do that. I'm not really torn between these two decisions so much as I have options in front of me, and you're really just preparing for anything. You're standing true to the things you believe in. You're putting in the time to work on the things that you know are your best qualities and skills, and that is putting you in a receptive place. But I don't see you as reaching out for things. You're waiting for things to come to you, and that's usually a good place to be. Usually some of the best opportunities in your life come when you stop looking and trying to find them and just work on yourself and let those things come to you. So I'm excited to see whatever this is that's coming your way. Four of Swords, yeah, this is more of that energy of sitting and sort of reflecting. Maybe there's been a lot of chaos in your past, or maybe there's currently a lot of chaos in your life, and you're not letting it get to you. You are just sort of sitting in your reflective place and, trying to collect yourself, pull yourself together. You see in this card, this man is chopped up into lots of different pieces from all of the battles and hardships that have surrounded him. And perhaps that's the mode you're in, where you're just trying to heal from whatever, past difficulties you've had in your life, taking a quiet moment to let the next good thing come to you rather than trying to make yourself the best so that you can achieve a particular task. You're not moving forward, you're just pulling yourself inward, but getting stronger while you're doing it. So that's a good place to start. But again, this isn't really a whole lot of action. The Four of Swords is a very slow place to start. But the wheel is turning, so let's see what gets us there. Okay, there we go. We have two aces. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So while you're sitting in this quiet, contemplative place, trying to pull yourself together, on either side of you, we have new ideas, new clarity of thought, and new opportunities in the physical realm. So as you're sitting in this quiet place, waiting for things to come to you, I think the sparks are starting to begin within you. Again, maybe you are learning what it is that you want to move towards, but I still feel more of the energy coming towards you rather than you going towards it. So maybe you're meditating more, maybe you're being more reflective, but it's giving you more clarity of thought, and it's allowing you to see new opportunities that are unfolding around you while not getting too, pushed to reach out for them. Let them grow. Take the time to really help these things come into just the right ripeness before you go to pick those fruits. That's the energy I'm seeing here. But it's coming. Okay, Nine of Swords and Six of Wands. So you're not without your anxieties as you're sitting in this quiet contemplative place. Though one of the things I find interesting in this deck this is one of the cards that's always stood out to me the most is the Nine of Swords is a much less negative looking card than what you see in most tarot decks. So the way I get the vibe in this particular reading of the Nine of Swords coming through is not so much of heavy sword energy just like weighing upon you and tearing you down, But perhaps you're sitting in this quiet, reflective place, and as these positive things are coming to you, there's also a bit of a melancholy, sort of sad, reflection on the things that you may have missed or that you're worried about missing. It doesn't seem like you're letting that really weigh too heavily on you, but there's definitely, as you're sitting and reflecting upon things and doing the inner work, I mean, I think this is really you doing not just work on your skills, but work on yourself. You're seeing a little bit of the damage of what's inside you, and that's going to pull up a little bit of pain and trauma and anxieties from your past. But I see you as being in a place where you're ready to handle these things. They're not hurting you as much as they could, but you are still experiencing them, and they are heavy. But they're not like heavy to the point of holding you back. It's really I really see this as a healing process as you're waiting for new inspirations to come out of that healing. And here with the Six of Wands, so that is the card of victory, right? So this is you as you are dealing with these anxieties. Again, I don't feel them as causing as much pain as you would normally associate with the Nine of Swords, so much as just realizing all the things that are sort of weighing on you mentally. And with the Six of Wands, you're gaining a little bit of control over them. You're not letting them just stab you and make you feel downtrodden and sad and hurt. You're using that pain to grow these new opportunities, and that's what the victory card that is the Six of Wands is allowing you to learn from that inner pain. And I think what you are putting out is not reaching out for things to sort of move towards so much as you're letting out your best qualities as you're healing through these painful experiences. With the Six of Wand here, you're showing off the best version of yourself because you've gone through the work and the effort of really identifying what it is that you are best at, the things that are your better qualities, and you're letting them shine. You're taking victory over your past pains and using that as a strength rather than something to hold you back. And again, this is all what I feel happening while you're in this slow Four of Swords energy. Perhaps one way you can think about what's happening with the Two of Swords here is that the two swords are perhaps, some of your mental energy that is now coming into an alignment, and the pain that could have perhaps been caused by those swords like stabbing into you, you're now bringing them into a nice balance, and that is taking you out of this painful sword energy and into this very positive and empowered Six of Wands energy. You're growing from the pulling together of all of this past difficulty and trauma, and that's perhaps what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing to you, is that as you take your mind and pull it into a certain amount of balance and clarity, this healing energy is going to open up new avenues for you, and they're right here in front of you. And part of the evidence that you're really growing from this is that these two things that are right in front of you, you're not just reaching out and taking them right away. You're looking at them, perhaps identifying what their flaws are, identifying what their strengths are, and really building yourself around the new opportunities that are going to be presented by taking the time to work on yourself rather than just going out and taking what's around you. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, this is an energy of a woman who, I mean, not a literal woman perhaps, but a archetype feminine energy of someone that is very grounded, that is very of the world, knows what work needs to be done, knows how to enjoy the fruits of her labor, and is a very nurturing energy. So I'm feeling that this is the energy that you are coming into. It's here in the center of all of this. You're pulling these new insights, you're identifying new opportunities in your life, you're healing past traumas, you're not letting that anxiety hurt you. In fact, you're taking the strength from that pain, and you're letting that move you into this energy where you can be like the Queen of Pentacles and take all of this stuff around you, almost like a plant sucking up the nutrients from the environment, and then budding fruit that is then going to be able to be provided to others. In fact, perhaps as you're working on yourself here, the Wheel of Fortune is not necessarily a new opportunity for you, but an opportunity for you to help those around you, to be the nurturer, the healer, the guide for other people. So it's kind of an energy that I'm kind of getting here. But we have Eight of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. So with Nine of Swords and Eight of Swords being so close together here, yeah, there's a little bit of blockage. With the Eight of Swords, this is being trapped. So while you're in this contemplative place, maybe there is still a little bit of something that you need to let go of before you can really get through this full healing process and really channel that Queen of Pentacles energy. Perhaps whatever this Eight of Swords is for you is something that's keeping you sort of. Maybe these anxieties are actually weighing on you more than I'm giving credit for. Maybe you have all this positive energy, you're moving towards all of this nice stuff, but you're still stuck in a place where something is keeping you from seeing the full potential. And it's not because it's not attainable, it's just that there's something that's keeping you withheld. So you've got the confidence to know that you have the high ground, but maybe there's still a part of you that doesn't fully believe that. And that weighs on you. And that's going to keep you from the victory of becoming this Queen of Pentacles. But we have Nine of Pentacles energy over here. This is, being self-sufficient, really knowing how to be successful and take care of yourself, and to be able, for you as an individual, to enjoy the world around you. Okay, so perhaps then okay, so I think the idea here is that you're trying to reach this Queen of Pentacles energy of being the nurturer more so than the star of the show. And so you're pulling yourself inward and trying to take all of this time to do work for yourself so you can help other people. Because you can't really help others until you've really, brought yourself into a proper alignment. So you're in this Four of Swords energy trying to do the sort of internal mental surgery to fix wounds that have been caused on you in the past. And with the Two of Swords, trying to understand sort of what is the path that we choose to go forward. There's all these different things that make you who you are, and rather than going in any one direction, you're trying to take all of those different things that make you who you are, your positive qualities, your negative qualities, and you're trying to bring them all together into a nice nurturing Queen of Pentacles energy, so that way when you take all of those things that you've gotten out of your life and you've experienced, you're going to be able to share them with other people and help them. And that's the victory that you can bring, not just for yourself. It's a victory for you because you've overcome the hardships that have led you here, but you can also be able to bring victory to other people. But what I think is perhaps the blockage here, what you do not see, is that you perhaps are still thinking in a mode of trying to be self-sufficient and do what is best for you, and what is really going to free you from whatever anxieties are keeping you from being the best version of yourself are going to come from looking outward and not going towards other things, not like taking an ego stance of trying to reach for things and get them because they're the things you need to have, but realizing that your real strength comes from helping other people. So doing the work on yourself so that you can share those insights with others. But I don't think you've quite come to that realization yet, and perhaps that's what this Nine of Swords is you're feeling all of this positive growth inside of you. You're feeling these opportunities that are opening up around you, and you're still not feeling complete. And that's because you're blinding yourself to realizing that the internal work isn't just for you. You work on yourself so you can be your best version of yourself, but it's not just so you can walk in the garden of your own successes. It's so that you can create this garden of your own successes and then be the sort of caretaker of that and let other people come into that environment, and that's how you can help them reach the victory they're trying to achieve. So it won't just be a victory for you, but a victory for everyone around you as well. So kind of a complicated message so far. It's kind of all over the place. I'm having a little bit of an issue trying to like make sense of all of it, but that's kind of what's starting to come through for me now. And then the Magician, and that is how you create the best version of yourself, how you manifest the opportunities that the wheel is presenting you. Again, I think it really is about moving above just your own personal happiness of what you've achieved and accomplished, but allowing other people to share in it. And so then you can be a manifester of greatness, not for the things that, again, you want to bring into yourself, but for putting out into the world things that are going to make other people reach their true potential. But you're going to have to come to a realization that this is exactly what the goal is. So, with all of these new insights, with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles energy sort of weighing above you and giving you this guidance, you realize it's not reaching out for it, but it's pulling from within yourself something that you can then just let sort of radiate from you, and that's going to attract people towards you that you're then going to be able to help and assist. And that's what you're going to manifest as the magician, is not things that serve your ego, but things that help you become a better version of yourself, so you can provide for other people and you can help them reach their strongest potential as well. And that takes a lot of time working on yourself, going through the difficult things that you don't always pay attention to. But eventually, if you take that time and care and, again, follow your what you know is the right things to follow, listen to your inner voice and project that into the world in a positive way, and you're going to be able to pull all of these different things that make you who you are together and use them as a soil to grow positive things for other people. So kind of an all over the place message. I will definitely admit that. And as always, if you see other things that are coming through that speak to you, of course, always use your intuition. But that's the message I'm getting here. This is a kind of a complicated reading, but hopefully so far it's giving you some kind of insights. So let's pull a card from the shadow deck. So we'll just pull one card from here to see what is going on in your subconscious, which I think is a lot based on what I'm getting from these cards. Like I said, this reading is definitely all over the place, so hopefully it's making some sense to you. It's not entirely making full sense to me, I'll be honest about that, but hopefully something is coming through that still speaks to you. Again, I see the general idea of working on yourself and taking opportunities not to better you, but working on yourself so that you're receptive to opportunities that you can share with other people. And maybe that's also why the theme is the Two of Swords. It's success through inaction. I mean, it's not the inaction. I mean, you're doing a lot of internal work, but it's success through, weighing the options and then sort of trying to find the balance in between them and then letting that take things forward. And look at that, we just blew the sun. It just appeared. So maybe a little bit more clarity of what this message is about is going to come through to you as the sun starts to shine through. But ironically, let us look at the shadow deck now. I mean, not too ironically, the sun does is the reason you can cast shadows. So, all right, what do we got? Queen of Swords. So, yeah, some hard truths have to be accepted here. I don't see this as you being, I mean, maybe you are to some degree a bit on the cold side when it comes to your mind and the things you're thinking. But I usually tend to see the Queen of Swords as being a card that helps you to see hard truths. It's not trying to manipulate you or to, push you in a certain direction. I actually see that to be a little bit more of what the King of Swords is about. I find the Queen of Swords to be a little bit more of this is a hard truth you need to pay attention to so you can become a better version of yourself. So again, I think you are still a little bit blocked by your own mental energy. You're getting there. But be kind to yourself. Be realistic, but be kind to yourself. I mean, again, you've got the Seven of Wands, so follow the things that feel right to you, but be open to reevaluating things based on the reality that is presented to you. And what we see on the bottom side of the deck, so the Queen of Swords is your subconscious energy. What you don't see coming is the Hierophant. So Perhaps there's going to be some feedback or some, teacher or leader that comes into your life. Perhaps that's how you break free of this Eight of Swords energy and come to the final realization that your happiness comes from being open and receptive and sharing with others more so than going after the things that pull you in any one direction, but being just receptive and generous. Perhaps you need someone externally to help you come to this insight, so you can start to manifest this better version of yourself. Um, so yeah, this reading's it's a little all over the place. Hopefully this came through and brought you some insights of something that resonates with you. And as I said, if it doesn't, you can always check your other placements or check other Cancer videos. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this. And as always, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have anything you'd like to share or talk about or any suggestions that you have. And if you know anyone else that might enjoy this or any of my other videos, please share them with anyone that would possibly enjoy them. And yeah, again, I hope this was helpful. Always use your own intuition to pull out any messages that I didn't speak on, or if there's anything that doesn't quite feel right. If these cards speak to you in some other way, let that come through. But yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.